Councillor Fernandez?
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about the almost 7-week break that we have between our last meeting on the 26th of June and our next meeting, which is the 21st of August. Sometimes we run into really long meetings, and we've expressed concern about there. Is there any way we can add somewhere between, again, we have a big break in April, add an additional meeting in there, break something out that maybe have planning one evening, so that we move forward on the work of the city without a 7-week break. I know that there are many other councils that meet during the summer. I realize that everybody likes to have that break, but I think we have to move the work of the corporation forward.
There's no question that we need to move it forward, Councillor Fernandez, but I mean, this break has been in place in the summer months for decades, as far as I can remember. Quite frankly, I would argue that council needs that break. Certainly, it's something that regional council is doing as well, and many of the other municipal councils do as well.
Well, if we pass this meeting schedule, then to be quite frank, I don't want to see us sitting here for 12 hours when we had an opportunity, when we set our meeting schedule, to break out another additional meeting time. So that's my comment.
Thank you for that. All those in favor? Opposed? That's carried. Someone want to move number 2? Moved by Councillor Singh, seconded by Councillor Schneider. All those in favor? Opposed? That's carried. Motion to go in camera. Councillor Ioannidis, Councillor Marsh. All those in favor? Opposed? That's carried. Motion to research. Councillor Fernandez.
I have some very serious concerns about us going into caucus on the OMB reform. This is something that has been publicly discussed at many other councils. And of course, I can't say that I'm not going to discuss it because I was the mover. I was the person who brought this forward. But I'm concerned that the public will not be privy to some of the discussion points. This summit that occurred was highly successful. The minister has taken our recommendations that came out of that summit, and I think it's vitally important that the public hear those. I realize it's on the agenda this evening, and I hope that we are able to discuss some of the points that we are now going into caucus to discuss.
Councillor Fernandez, I think there's every intent, that's why it's on the public agenda, to have that discussion in a public forum. As the report indicates, there are some pieces that are under solicitor-client privilege, and that's what staff will be focusing on.
There are many other municipalities that have passed the recommendations by the summit that are also sitting at the OMB, specifically ones even in this region, and that yet they still had the courage to pass the OMB recommendations. I'm just voicing my concerns.
Okay, Councillor Fernandez, I'm not going to speculate what direction committee is going to go in later on today on that issue. I don't think any of us can. And that's what we'll be discussing at committee later on today. Councillor Gazzola?
Yeah, just as a follow-up on this, I was wondering, and I think Councillor Fernandez asked, why legal staff, if they want to give us advice, why they could not send us an email that would provide all that information that they would like to get to us, and there's no need to go into caucus on it. To me, that would be more transparent. This has been an issue that's been in the public. It's well before the public, so I can share her concerns with the necessity to go into caucus.
Well, I think a confidential email and someone articulating it by word of mouth is essentially the same thing. So I don't see what the difference is. Because you can't share a confidential email. Mr. Wilmer?
I think the main reason to go in camera is so that there can be discussion. There are complexities to the issue. It's quite likely that there will be questions that the city solicitor can then respond to those questions, and that's legal advice.
Okay, thank you. So, did I have a mover and seconder? I did. Okay, great. All those in favor? Opposed? That's carried.